Thank you for tuning in with Enchantress. That is me, the Babbler. That is me on this revolutionary rise of enterprise at this time. Thankful as I. This is video number 3. So if you are tuning in to me right now and you have yet to see video number 1 or number 2, I always advise to watch in numerical order everything and anything that I share, because there are messages and healing for you in there. And so if you're tuning into number 3 and that's how you want to be and just continue with this and whatever that may be, note that I am not going to reiterate anything from video number 1 and 2. I am just in a continuous flow, and that's how I'm going to do. And so if you connect with that too, and that's great for you, I welcome all here, for whatever reason that they're here for good things. Even if you vibe with me and don't like me and you're here for other things, you can't do anything. Healing channel either way. So like I said, I'm going to continue, and this is video number 3. Make sure to watch videos number 1 and 2 first, because that would be the thing to do, right? Okay, so I really don't like this iced tea. It's not good. I don't like it. Okay, so I'm thirsty. Okay, so right, going back to videos number 1 and 2, continuing this message of putting to death this enrooted seed of energy, right? And I know I babble, and I know that I go around and round and round, and I have frustrated people throughout my entire life and existence. They're like, get to the point. Well, that's not how I speak. And if you don't like it, then you don't have to listen to a thing. But there's sage in these things, and enough for everybody's. You know what I mean? So I do what I feel. I've come into that level of alignment that is most real, and I'm okay with not even having an audience, because that was how I even got started with doing all of this. No audience, but I still did it. So, granted, whatever, okay? And doing me, you do you. Okay, going back to the depth of these kind of things. Let me breathe, which is important. So let's breathe together, okay? And I'm not being bossy, I'm not telling you what to do, but let us breathe in deeply down into our belly buttons. We can do that here. I don't know what position you are in. I'm sitting, so I can't go and focus and breathe down to my toes, although I can at this time. But to show you and elongate and show you my home, we're not doing that at this time. So we're just going to go to the belly button at this time, which is great for your diaphragm breathing, right? So here we go. And I always say to the children, you see, because we are conditioned, right, in this world to believe what we see. We're visually stimulated. Our conditioning. Granted, there are people like I who love to read books all the time and get into my imagination, you see, and blah 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 blah. Yes. There are many elements to all of us, unique and all our own, and shared too, so that is how we do. What was I saying? I don't even know. Breathing. So I tell the children, okay, they can usually, if they're laying down while doing this, I tell them to cup their hands on their belly buttons and to breathe in through their nose, right? Breathe in through your nose and bring it all the way down into your belly button. Many of them find it funny for whatever reason, but either way, some of them are 2 or 3 years old, so that is why. To imagine bringing your breath down to your belly button. But they tried. And they started so young. And these are good seeds to plant of ways, healthy ways for our children to participate, co-create, and handle our vessels and honor our breath of life, you know? Anyways, that wasn't what this was all about, but either way, just take a deep breath with me because I gotta get back into the swing of things about this message. Deep, then we keep traveling, but I'm babbling. To imagine breathing into your nose and bring it all the way down into your belly button. It's a little pool, so you can fill up your little belly button if you got any with a pool of water, breath. Water too, vitally. I don't know, but there you go. Water, also life and living. Okay. Very soon. Okay. Alright, so if we slowed down everything and truly gave ourselves the opportunity to sit and reflect, the more that we do this act, the more better you'll get at it. So whether you start 1 minute a day and sit here and just choose to meet with yourself, and you don't know, maybe you're not accustomed to this, you're accustomed to distracting, right? I guess this is for the 50, with the other 50%, you gotta watch videos number 1 and 2 to know what I mean by that. The 50-50s that I keep talking about. The hybrids. Maybe they lack the discipline that the alchemists do now have. But it was through experience of putting it in, right? So granted, many of the alchemists, the master alchemists that have reached this certain level of expertise, right? Remember, these are just words. Do not be triggered by them. If you are, then heal. Heal. And if you need assistance with that, enchantressthebabbler.com. You can do an intuitive aligned chat. I don't know the names of all the services that I offer because that's just creative babble for me. And so, like, there is a offer of a service, whether 30 minutes, 60 minutes, even though with phone, FaceTime too, or we're in quarantine, there's no meeting, where I help you make better sense of things for yourself. But it's always going to be up to you to implement and do what you need to do for yourself in alignment with you. Like, that's always going to be up to you. Encouraging is I, and you will feel awesome and right and really good after we speak during that time. So if you were interested in something like that, you can go to enchantressthebabbler.com. Okay, there's many other like services too that I offer there, but that came to mind too. I'm just throwing it out there to the universe. Right, here we go. So, Cheerios. Right, so everything is continuing. So if you don't know what the fudge I'm talking about, go watch video number 1 and video number 2. Okay, thank you. The 50-50s, the hybrids, right, might currently lack the discipline that the Master Alchemists have completed on their journey, and still complete and still do, like, it's just not on that kind of, like, karmic goo, you know? We've transmuted quite a lot, you see. But the hybrids, they just recently hatched, you know? So, up until that point of hatching, they have lived a pretty mundane experience, accustomed to maybe even like the finer things in life, or, you know, a different way of living. It's always going to be different than you, and they're still unawakened too, and there's a lot of like external goo and attachments and toxic behaviors and certain things that are just starting to begin to be realized and like open their eyes, but still they don't conceptualize because they're not there, guys. And you know, we have to be patient, you see. There is no, like, just because if you are a master alchemist, so to speak, there's no dictatorship or ruling or tyrannical nonsense or like I'm better than you kind of thing here. Please don't do that, because that's just discouraging and that's egoic, and go back a notch and go heal that too. You know what I mean? So it's not about, ooh, I'm right and you're wrong. There is no right and there is no wrong. There is only what is right for you and what's wrong for you at this time in your own life, you know? And if you want to go into opinions, oh, how can you say that? I'm not here to argue with you today. You can argue with yourself. Go write that in your diary. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Granted. Okay. Can we move on today? Grant. Good. Okay. So, I'm just describing the 50-50s, the hybrids, and the Master Alchemist. I'm giving it a name for this video and might forget it for our next video. So, for this video, it's Master Alchemist and the hybrids. But it's always been the hybrids for the hybrids. In other videos, I speak about the hybrids a year ago. The hybrids are hatching. I've blogged about the hybrids. Okay, so what I call the hybrids. I've even described what I think the hybrids, or my understanding of what hybrids was, the best way that I can explain for those, which is what I'm trying to kind of do now because I haven't done that in a while. But anyways, so the 50-50s, those on this evolutionary, revolutionary journey that are awakened and conscious in every kind of way. The hybrids are awake, but they may lack the discipline that it takes to complete certain tasks or things that they are being now shaken to deal with. You know what I mean? So, because they think they can still have stuff, you see, and then like a spirit is just like, no. Spirit's like, no. No, sneaky. No. And they're over there like, and some of them, of those 50-50, a quarter of them still choose to not see something because they're stuck on the principle of even spirit forcing them to change, to do something a different kind of way. Like, who are you to tell me how to activate? Because that is part of the conditioning for them. That's why they're a hybrid. They are different from their environment. They're not the same. Like, they're everybody else. They've always been different. but they conformed to some kind of way. So a lot of their upbringing, conditioning, as opposed to the master alchemists who have maybe had lots of trials and tribulations and I'm not saying that the hybrids have not. Everyone has trials and tribulations and roller coaster rides and earth. We all do. I'm just saying it was different. It was different in energy, different in reception, different battles, like not the same, you know? So, you know, different cultures all together, like not the same and harsher. And I'm not saying that theirs is not harsh. I'm just saying what if we were to go with a depiction of life and just like someone living in the hood, right? And someone living in the mansion. You know what I mean? So like it's not anything personal. It's just because you got to remember the same way that many of us have found a way to connect with our people, right? That's why, you know, like even celebrities, like, or, you know, rappers and singers, when they speak about their state or city that they come from, they rep it in that kind of way, like, hey, 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 because they're relating to that area, to those people, that life. Ah, but we made it. All right, yay, let's celebrate. You know what I mean? But most people, conditioning, here we go, because of this root. Let's go back to this root, because that's where I said I was going. That we have to put to death, right? Of this lack, this being left out, this water baby tarot. She brought it up again, but so did one of my very close dear friends. The fear of missing out, which was just ironic to hear it shortly after a discussion with another friend, right? Of this fear of missing out on something. And so in that fear, fixed is here. And it's like, I'm not letting go of this, you hear, because I know this is tried and true, and this is the way that we do, and it works. Because you gotta remember, many of the hybrids come from a system that works for them. So, how can the hybrids then come from this root of this? We all do. Okay, we're going to get to the root. We're going to go deeper. I just wanted you to see the sides of the master alchemist, the hybrids at this time, and where they are in their perception, their eyes, their lens, their seeing. Okay, and you're like, well, the hybrids have everything that they want. They receive, like, they didn't have that kind of harsh environment as the master alchemist. The master alchemists are not even thinking in this kind of way, because they've grown up in every kind of way to not even say something like that. And if they are, then go and see where you feel entitled or better or righteous in that kind of way. I'm not saying that we can't be righteous. I get righteous in every kind of way, especially if I'm right. For me, you see, that's the only thing you can ever be, is right for your self, you know? So, but here we all share common lands and grounds. Earth somehow has spoon-fed